Shoot 'em ups are a personal favorite of mine, and I just got done playing a new one on PS4 called Habroxia. But is Habroxia an honorable addition to your gaming habit, or is Habroxia just plain boring? Habroxia is a retro-inspired, mostly horizontal shooter with a little bit of vertical shooting sprinkled in. It comes to us from developer Lillymo that brought us platformer Perils of Bacon last year, and while that one didn't necessarily rise to greatness, this one is a much better effort. The game's main mode is broken up into 15 missions, most of which have you blasting enemies and then taking out a boss at the end of the level, though it does change up a little bit from time to time, including just a boss encounter for a stage, as well as ones where you need to rescue stranded astronauts in space. The game is not one-hit death, so you do have a health bar, and you can gain more health during levels. There's also upgrades that not only increase your health, but also increase your firepower. You start off with a base shot, but you can increase not only its strength, but the spread of it as well. There are some power-ups that you get scattered throughout the levels that do help you out a bit, like a giant laser and the like. There's also screen-clearing bombs, but all of these are temporary. The main upgrades, where you're increasing your main firepower and health, are permanent upgrades to your ship. Controlling the ship works rather well. It is a pretty slow-moving ship, but you have a boost that you can use at any time. It does have a limit that has to recharge, but this will allow you to usually get out of the way of most of the trouble throughout. As you progress through the main story, you'll also end up unlocking some extra modes, including one where you're flying through collecting as many astronauts as you can, and another one where you only have one hit point, and your goal is to see how long you're able to survive. These extra modes are randomly generated, but they use the core assets of the main level, so you'll see a piece of one level and then a piece of another main stage. They're mixed and matched and all, so it is a different experience each time, but it's very limited considering almost every level in the game looks the same. One of the more enjoyable aspects of the game for me was the boss encounters. There are a few repeats. I wish there was a little bit more variety with some of their patterns, but for the most part they were fun fights, especially the last one. Unfortunately, the main part of the game, though, is also pretty short. It only took me about an hour to get through it. From the technical side of things, I didn't run into any problems as far as glitching or crashing of any sort. Habroxia is available now on the PlayStation 4 for $7.99. It does have an easy platinum. The game is cross-buy with the PlayStation Vita, as well as it's out on the Nintendo Switch and PC. Overall, Habroxia, as far as a retro-inspired shoot-'em-up game, kind of falls in the middle. It's not amazing, but it's far from the worst I've seen in the genre, even in the recent console era. The price point isn't too bad, even with the main story only taking about an hour. The extra randomly generated modes will add a little bit of extra playtime for you. I do wish, though, there was a bit more variety in not only the level designs, but exactly what you're looking at, backgrounds and such. With everything said, I'm going to be giving Habroxia on the PS4 a 6 out of 10. That's going to wrap up this review, though. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.